Hi, this Let's Talk Raw with Brooklyn. I hope some of you guys came here because of the teaser I left on Instagram. Welcome to my little YouTube area. I promise I will set up that area in the office, but I just wanted to real quick do a story time because I did post something on my Facebook, and Cal and I are beginning the choice to start to conceive, which means it would be starting next month. Age is something of a number when you're doing this. So we're super excited. And there's little games you can play on Facebook. And so we'll do the same one and come up with the same answer, like a surprise that takes 9 months is coming. And then his said, you'll have a boy in 2019. And then it says you'll have 4 children. Well, we have 3. And so we've been getting the same answers. And so it's kind of gotten us hyped up and even more excited. But age is of a number when you are trying to conceive. So I will tell you that every one of my children has come in the first cycle, if not the second cycle of trying to conceive. So I want to document this because, so we'll be starting this next time, which will be in about 2 weeks or so. So I wouldn't know anything for a little over a month. So I'm really anxious to see what the difference is at 37, because just 8 years ago, I got pregnant in one cycle. With Sienna, got pregnant in one cycle. With Rachel Kate, got pregnant by the 3rd cycle, but Cal was playing professional ball at the time, so he was gone a lot, and we got pregnant right around Christmas before the West Coast trip. But anyway, he traveled all the time, so, and I didn't know how to track ovulation. But I got pregnant in high school, the first time I ever had sex. So, I'm just saying it's always been quick for me. So, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. This is why I want to document that, because I am really curious. So you might see tears, you might see some frustration, or you might see me jumping up and down in a month. But I will let you know. It's not going to be an everyday conversation, because I don't want you guys to know exactly when we're doing it and when we aren't. But I will say I'm doing the OVIE ovulation calendar, and it says in 10 days that is my time. But I believe I ovulate a little bit later now, because it takes a little longer for eggs to mature when you're a little older. And so when you're trying for a boy, you want to, the sperm only lasts 24 hours apparently. I'm no doctor, but I'm just saying. And also, sorry, people are out there. I got sidetracked. And so it's kind of like, don't always have, we have 3 girls. So they say people have girls have a lot of sex. so obviously there was always like sperm in there. So the tricky part is going to be stopping for a few days to clear out the system. So it'll be just boy sperm or whatever. I don't know how we're going to do this. So I wonder if that's going to make the conception longer, or if we'll get it the first time. And if I can be patient enough and not just want to just whatever God gives us, because there is a science to it. And it is whatever God gives you. But there's also a science to it. And so that's going to be the hard part. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. So I can't wait to go through this journey with my family and with you guys. And I think the only person that wouldn't be excited about it is my mom, but who cares? And my oldest daughter, because she's like, I'm going to college and my mom's going to be pregnant. That's weird. But otherwise, the rest of us are really excited and really hopeful for the future, and feel like this is a really exciting time. And for those who don't understand and don't, and think from what they've seen on Instagram or on YouTube that there has been nothing good going on in my family and between Cal and I, they're completely wrong. This has been a 19-year journey for us, and a lot of healing has happened, particularly in the last 3 months. Being away was really good for us to realize like what we have, and I literally got so sick away from him and my children, and it's not codependency, it's called heartbreak. And I wasn't able to function. I couldn't get out of bed. I hardly did videos. I was so confused. I know you guys saw me crying about separation, on a video probably only 7 months ago. And I was at a really pivotal time in my sobriety, very scary time. I chose to run to Los Angeles, even though I got some things done. I did a documentary and got my treatment for a screenplay to the right person that is in the casting and screenwriting part of the business. And so I did get more done than I realized, but it just felt like I wasn't, because I could barely get out of bed most days. And since being home, I'm up and I'm just feeling much better, and whatever is ahead of me, I'm able to handle that. The process of the getting fully healed from the hepatitis, all that stuff is working out, and I'm super excited that it can be a healthy pregnancy and everything will be fine. So as far as any extra diagnoses, I am healthy, and I can't explain to you what stress can do to your red blood cells and what doctors could tell you to scare the shit out of you. They brought up words like cancer and something failing and all these things, and I guess to save their ass, but it really can scare somebody and make them feel like, they're dying. So that didn't help. But since coming home, I have realized that stress really does kill. And when you're away from your children and the man that you love, and then you hear these type of things and you don't have the voice of reason that you listen to, which to me is Cal, to calm me down, where my mind can go. And so when a doctor says cancer to me, I'm like, oh my God, I have cancer, I'm dying, without getting second opinions, and listening to my body and realizing that depression and stress can really cause things. So as of now, I am healthy and I am cured, I guess you'd say, from a lot of things, a lot of ailments that I was dealing with in Los Angeles that I don't have here. So for anybody out there that is thinking of divorce or thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, whatever the other side may be, whether it's relationship or career or self-satisfaction, it's not. And I promise you, if you go through with it, unless there's abuse or whatever, if you go through with it, you'll regret it. I truly promise that for 90% of people, that is my opinion. And that's because I've been through it, and I completely regret ever leaving my husband and ever choosing pleasure over just life and productivity and growth. I chose to have fun and be crazy and do whatever I wanted because the entitlement, it was just disgusting. And I'm so blessed to have a man that stuck by me. I can tell you this, a year ago, Cal did not want another baby. And now we're like so excited and about the prospect. Like God has put in his heart the same desire as what's in my heart. And that's really amazing what God can do. He does restore what the locust stole. He does, he does fulfill your heart's desires. And things are changing in my life. Things I've been waiting for my entire life are finally happening. And yes, I have moments like yesterday, I was depressed. I felt like things weren't happening fast enough. Things weren't going my way. And then I went to this party last night and met people, Grammy winning artists, like people. And I was like, which is like my dad's crew, what he's been doing. And I'm like, wow, God, you're putting me around things that I've always wanted to be around, and that, I have been around before and longed for that opportunity, and for Cal to be moving in the direction of that business, as well as being the chairman of the Atlanta Film Society. Now I still have the I didn't realize I still had that on, the VIP thing from the party. I feel like I'm 21. But now we are our career goals, though I'm more of a talent and he's more the business side, have come together. And it's just really amazing what God does, because that so was not the case a year or 2 years ago, probably 2 years ago. So anyway, I hope it makes sense to somebody. I would love for you to subscribe. Anybody that knows anything. And, I'd love to hear from women who have had kids and then, have another one later in life. If it was harder to conceive, or if it was because your body already knows what to do. If it does it quickly, I would love to know that. And if there's any nasty comments, don't leave them, because we don't care. We follow our hearts, and because Jesus lives in our hearts, which sounds to some people like, oh, blah, 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 but it is so true. When the Lord is in your heart and he puts the same desire in your heart as your significant other, it is the most amazing heart, like busting, like feeling ever. Like, it's so cool. And not to say there's not fears that, my depression, so we have to keep an eye on things. But the fact of the matter is Cal and I are now so honest, like, hey, I'm having a bad day, I'm having a rough time, like, this is how I feel, whatever the case may be. Before, I used to hide it and pretend I was fine. And that is the wrong thing to do. If you just come out with it and be raw and be like, this is who I am. Now, don't come out and say, this is who I am, get used to it, like I used to do. Come out and say, this is who I am. Please help me, or please say you understand me and you're there for me no matter what, because I'm really trying to get through this. I don't want to just be this way. I know this isn't right. This isn't healthy. So that's my story time. And I would love some healthy comments, and I would love for you can actually email me. So it's hit me up, HITMEUP, hit me up, at rawness, RAWNESS, with WITH, Brooklyn, with an I. And you can go to my blog, which is www.rawnesswithbrooklyn.com. My Instagram, Brooklyn1981, and my Facebook is my full name, Brooklyn Tamara Balder. I would love to have you guys in my life. I love positivity. If there is anybody that's negative, just keep it to yourself. We don't care, okay? And there's no reason for it. Quit hiding behind your keyboard. I hate that I have to say that, but I have had some issues with cyber stalking, and I just want you to know, anything that is put up here that's negative, and that I can tell when it's that person, the way I'm spoken to, it goes straight to my lawyer, and it just keeps piling and piling up. Sorry, I have to say that in such a joyful expression of what's going on in my life. But I won't say it anymore as long as there's nothing nasty from this. I really just want positivity, and I would love to hear from other women what they go through, and what it's like to be pregnant in your late 30s compared to your 20s. If there's anybody that's been through that, this Let's Talk Raw with Brooklyn, please subscribe and hit that button. I'd be really grateful. And I'm grateful for anybody to interact with me. I also put up a video if anybody wants to do an interaction live regarding depression or regarding conception. Let's do it. I'm there. Let me know, and I would love to do that. Like almost like how they have Bible studies, we can do like a girl talk. People from California, from Nevada to Michigan to Ohio, me in Atlanta, someone in Miami, whatever. And we just meet up on YouTube. Everybody who has a YouTube channel, let's like meet up or something. That'd be kind of cool, and just talk live. I wish there was a way to like do like, how the Brady Bunch, where you have like, there was a lady in the story, and there's like, you can have like 9 people on the screen or whatever. Wouldn't that be cool? Light bulb. This Let's Talk Raw with Brooklyn. And at that note, I'm going to go. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Bye.